Hello, everybody. Uh, I've been gone for a while, and you might be wondering to yourself, why? Well, I have the flu currently. Been a week and a half I've had this damn thing, and it ain't pleasant. No siree. No siree. I got it fucking last Wednesday. Not this week's Wednesday, but the other Wednesday. So it's been like a week and 2 days since I've officially realized I got the flu. And then before that, I've just been busy. And I've been dealing with shit, so I haven't been doing streams. But consider it my vacation time or whatever from doing streams, I guess. I don't know. I've been poorly fucking managing these streams. But yeah, so tonight I have a toothache. Oh, one hell of a toothache in the top back left molar. Uh, it's keeping me from sleeping. Thankfully, I'm getting over the flu. Like, I got a little bit of congestion left and some slight temperature discomfort, and that's it. Like, you guys should have saw me when I was sick, and I mean sick. I was having hallucinations. That's how high my fucking temperature was. I was dodging hit. I was close to getting a 107 sometimes on the thermometer. It kept bouncing. I steadily stayed at 106, and my God, that ain't a number you want to be near. 2 points away from your brain melting or broiling inside the fucking skull. No, no thanks. So I just took some fucking tooth relief gel. So my whole left side's kind of numb, like the whole left side of my mouth. You'll be hearing me slurping my tea because I ain't moving the mouse fucking the mouthpiece, the microphone to do that. I'm not in the mood, and I'm not. Ugh. Okay, I gotta. So, so I've been talking about. I've mentioned Paul before, the guy I've been working for the last few days. So Paul's the one that gave me this, and when I realized he was the one that gave me this, even though I knew he was sick, I didn't know he had the flu. So the one thing that's been keeping me, the one driving goal this entire time to get better, is to get better so I can kill Paul for causing such agony. I'm talking throwing my back out from coughing, fucking gut wrenched right over the fucking toilet seat, vomiting, fucking eyes boiling like they were on fire from behind. I was unable to deal with any light. I spent 4 days in bed, covered in over 6 layers of clothing. I had my boxers on, 2 pairs of thermals, a pair of sweatpants, 2 pairs of socks, one normal pair, then a wool pair. I had like a tank top, two thermals, and then a sweatshirt. And then on top of that, I had my sheets, two comforters, and then I had 4 pillows behind me, elevating my back so that when I coughed, I wouldn't have to move so much because I was in such utter agony. I had everything, all the lights off. I had my laptop dimmed to the lowest setting it could possibly dim, and even then, I would only look at that thing if it was of the utmost importance. If I got messaged and I couldn't get it on my phone, I had this fucking curtain closed at all times. Ugh, had this place was in pitch darkness. It was like a fucking dungeon for 4 days because I couldn't deal with the light. Uh, fucking, oh god, it was just awful. I I have barely eaten anything, and that's saying something. As you all know, the people who watch this, I love to eat. It's one of the few enjoyments out of life that I can get, like constant enjoyments. There'll never be a time where I can't just, eat something that I want to eat. So, in I'd say about 6 days, I had, and you can still hear a little bit of the cough, but it ain't nothing, trust me. But so around Friday, my fever disappeared. Like it just disappeared. I woke up and I was sleeping like almost 18 hours a day in straight agony, and then the 6 hours that I was awake, I was in living agony, awake, or yeah, I was awake, living in this fucking awakened state of agony. But for some reason, when I woke up Friday, I was like, oh my God. And I looked around and I'm like, my fever's gone. Like, and when I say no fever, I mean there was no pain, no heat in my eyes. My eyes didn't feel like they were being boiled. There was no, t- like, you know how it feels to have a fever. Now imagine having an excruciatingly bad one for almost 4 days straight. Wednesday, uh, no, sorry, yeah. Have it Tuesday night, go full out all Wednesday, then Thursday. So almost, you know, yeah, you got some days under your belt, and then gone like that. Just disappears when you wake up. And I'm like, oh God, well, I'm gonna try and eat. That was the first thing that came into my fucking head was I'm gonna try and eat. So I limped into the fucking kitchen, opened up the fridge. I grabbed some chicken breast that I had gotten Wednesday because I had gone grocery shopping that Wednesday. Grabbed some chicken breast, some peppers, some onions, and celery, and I started dicing them up and I started making a chicken jambalaya. And so I finally cook it all. It took about an hour, which is the normal time to cook a jambalaya. And I'm like, oh, yes. Oh, God, this is going to be so good. I'm going to have some nice hot chicken jambalaya. It's gonna heal me because food has a healing property with me. It soothes my soul, makes me feel better. Nah, I grabbed that first bowl and I made a nice big heavy bowl because I was really hungry. I took 4 bites out of it and that was it. It sat at the side of my bed for the rest of this time until I had to throw it out because I was just like, I have to throw this out. I can't have this just sitting here. So there was, oh God, my left ear, it just popped for some reason. So, uh, yeah, I had 4 bites of that. Then it was, then my fever kick came back. Like after I had those 4 bites, it just started slowly seeping back in, being like, "You miss me, bitch." So I had to deal with that, and then Ugh. Then I tried eating a donut. I ate half of it, and that was the day after I failed to eat any of my jambalaya. Um, then a couple days went by. Yeah, a couple days. And then it was this past Wednesday. I was like, I gotta get something in me. And I was drinking. Ho ho, was I drinking? I was drinking liters and liters and liters of water, and I know it was liters because I have two military canteens. They're 1.75 liter canteens. I had both of those filled, and they were being constantly filled because I was drinking them constantly to try and keep me cool and hydrated. And then Saturday, I called my brother because I was in such agony. So I was given cough syrup because I was coughing. But the thing is, it wasn't the cough or my lungs that was the problem. It was the fever and the headaches. So I kept asking, I need aspirin because the aspirin will help. It'll help relieve the fucking pain, and it's also a fever reducer. If I take the aspirin, it'll kill two of them. It'll kill two birds with one stone. And then I'll be able to ride out this congestion because I wasn't congested at first. It was only after I was able to have my brother bring me aspirin and orange juice and I was able to kill this fucking fever and headache problem with the aspirin when the congestion decided to come because it took only 2 days. It took only 2 days for my fever to finally die. I popped two pills in the morning. Drank. Also, he got me a half gallon of orange juice. I drank that in like an hour and a half. Like I was like, nope, I'm just down in it all. Fuck you. Well, I'll die of an OC of a vitamin C OD. I don't care. So I drank as much as I could. And so in the morning I was popping pills and then whatever the hourly recommended limit it was before your next dose, I took that. And I was on that like fucking clockwork. I was timing myself. I was looking at the clock at what time I did it the next day to make sure I knew like everything. And then once that happened, then the congestion came. And so it felt like balls, like ball bearings, or it felt more like paintballs, like the size and consistency of paintballs were in my bronchial tubes at the very base, at the entrances into my lungs. It felt like they were just sitting there, like they couldn't come in or out of my lungs. They were just stuck there. And I had just a little bit of airway going through. And that was the annoyance. It felt like something was inside my bronchial tubes at first. Then, as time went on, it started to go more. Yeah, it started to spread into my lungs. God damn it! So I started taking Mucinex, and I started finally taking the cough syrup. And I'm almost done with the cough syrup, even though I don't need it anymore because I'm not coughing as badly. But yeah, like it's been a pain in the fucking ass. But this whole time, I've just been sitting there going, I can't wait to kill Paul for giving me this fucking flu because the flu is no joke. Like, if you get the flu, there is a chance you could die. Like, flu kills people. Kills it. It's not a discriminator. Young, old, in between doesn't matter. You could die. That's why people should be getting their goddamn flu shots. And this motherfucker has had the flu. and he's working with two guys, and he's hacking and coughing in front of him. He doesn't decide, hey, I'm sick. Fuck it. I'm not going into work. I'll tell them I'm not like we're not working this week because I'm sick. Nah, I'll work, and then I'll get them sick, and then I'll start texting them, asking them where the fuck they are because they should be here working. And it's like, no, motherfucker, like you were horribly sick. Like the reason why I didn't work the Wednesday, I realized I had the flu was because he called and finally told me, yeah, I'm feeling sick as a dog. I'm not working today, but I'll call you at 4:30 to make sure. And he never fucking called. So yeah, that sucked. It really sucked. Mm, God. Hmm. God. Fucking. Yeah, so today I woke up. Uh, I woke up probably like around noontime. I woke up today, and I just, I've been having the most killer fucking tooth pain. Just absolutely bad. It's been fucking killing me all day, and I've just been trying to take my mind off of things and relax and just go with the flow. Just try and live my day. Got a smartphone finally. Moving on up. So it's not a it's not one of the newer models of Samsung. It's fuck. It's a J3. I think it's a J3. Uh hang on. Yeah, it's a Samsung J3. So Samsung J3. $50. How much it cost me a month? Well, 53 technically, but it's enough. It's unlimited text, talk, time, data. I mean, so I might be doing when I get my place, I'll be able to prop the bad boy up and just do chats and streams wherever I feel like it. Um, uh, that way I won't have to use the computer sometimes if I don't feel like it. Like if I'm not in the mood to set up everything on the computer, I can just be like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just go on YouTube on my phone and bam, done. Uh, it's okay. I really don't get the whole appeal. I don't. Like I've had mine since January, and it's just yeah, yeah. Like don't get me wrong, it's nice. Like, but man, I don't know. I just like using keyboards, like actual keyboards, not like a phone keyboard. Um, so many fucking useless notifications on that damn thing. I just feel like it's like designed to make you feel like something's happening. Like like Twitter. Like I hooked my Twitter up on my phone. Steam. I hooked up Steam on my phone. I hooked up Skype, uh, Facebook, YouTube. My Google accounts are all tied to it now, so they're all squared away. They're all secured because you need a smartphone to fully secure it. And I don't know, I just keep getting fucking beeps of like, oh, your one Facebook friend responded to their comment or commented on their status. It's like, I don't I'm, why do I need to know that? Like, I'm not following them. There's nobody on Facebook that I'm following. Like, why do I need to be notified about that? Um, Something I've been seeing is been wanting. This is probably one of the biggest things I've been wanting to talk about on a podcast or stream. Uh, the price of a video game, extra credits. They are fucking idiots because they think that the cost of a game shouldn't be anywhere between 70. I believe it's 75 and $85 because the production of a video game has gotten so high, and because of inflation, and because, oh well, back when the 360 came out and the PlayStation 3 games went up to $60, and before that they were 50. Uh-huh. um First and foremost, no, if anything, their production should be going down. Like, there are so many good engines that are being just made, like Unity, Unreal Engine. There's a lot of big developers of engines that are selling them for on the cheap, and indie developers are buying them and using them to make amazing games. Unity is probably one of the most widely used, like, indie developer engine, and they're able to make amazing games. A lot of the games I play that are indie games are made with like Unity and shit. Um, so no, I don't think the game should cost that much because of that. Um, and one of the first thing that popped into my mind was movies. So extra credits. If the production of a video game being so high merits the raising or the rise of the cost in purchasing said game, then that should mean that movie tickets should cost $40 to $50 each because the cost of the productions are getting so much bigger. Just look at Marvel movies and Star Wars movies. Like, The Last Jedi's budget was what, $300 million? Let me look that up. 200 million. Justice League cost 300 million. Thor Ragnarok cost 180 million. And these numbers are normal for movies. And movie tickets on average is like what, $12? That's normal. You have way more actors in a movie, like paid actors that know what they're doing, than you do a video game. You have far more people working on movies than you do video games. Look at the credits. But yet, movie tickets aren't going up to like 40, $50. That's because people want to go see it. People will pay to go see movies. Like it's an investment. Video games, video games, movies, fucking music, for God's sake. Most forms of entertainment is an investment. That's what they are. You're investing a large sum of money on the prospect, on the hope that you can return with a massive profit. So for example, The Last Jedi had a budget of 200 million. It's already made 1.3 billion. So you say they spent 400 million total. 200 million on the movie and 200 million for product placement and ads and stuff like that. They've nearly made $1 billion in profit. We'll say $900 million profit. That's good. That's real damn good. That's why the movie is not going to have a $50 price tag to go see it. You raise that price and a lot more people aren't going to go see it. Same thing with video games. It's a big investment. It really is. But if you say, hey, extra credit, and matter of fact, how about this? Because extra credits love to claim that they're video game developers. How about you take your money and you put it where your fucking mouth is? How about that? How about this? Extra credits. Get the budget. Get a budget. Get a big budget. Get something that you can sell for $50. Get something that you can get for $60 to pay for hiring all the people and making your fucking video game and see how many people will fucking buy it. You won't, because you know that you're not going to make a money. You're not going to make a profit on it because you're an indie developer. You're not going to be able to do it. You're just not going to. There's a lot of games that showcase this. There's a lot of games that get that hype train rolling, like Colonial Marines, and look what happens. Kills the studio. There's a lot of games that have broken the backs of developers and developer studios because they're not good games. Even with that budget. Then you have people like Toby Grace or whatever, the fucking dude who made Undertale. Practically one man did, if not, it was just one man made that game. Sold it for what? I think it's like $20 on Steam. Bam. Fucking hundreds of millions of dollars in his pocket. But that's because it was a good game. $20? Yeah. I'd say it's worth $20. It's good. It's got a good it's a cost to playability ratio with me when it comes to games. It's why I torrent I torrent video games a lot of the time before I purchase. Like The Long Dark. It was early access years and years ago. I'm going back to like 2013, 2014, around that time. So I saw it on Steam And I was like, wow, it's a pretty cool game, but it's early access. So I started playing it because I pirated it. And so I'm playing it, playing it, playing it. And after a while, I realized I had clocked well over 200 hours worth of fucking time playing this game. And I was like, you know what? I'll buy it. So I did. And I'm glad I waited because I think it was last year it finally went full release. Banished, another game that I torrented. That game's the game is quote unquote full release, but when I torrented it back in like 2012, the game still has the same amount of shit in it now as it did in 2012, and they were charging, oh fuck, I think it's like a $20 game still on Steam. It's not 20. It's not worth $20. It's not. If it's a ten, if they charge $10, then yeah, maybe yeah, not 20. No, nowhere is it near 20. With the amount of mods that some of the modders in that community have made, then yeah, if they had the stuff that the modders put or made for that game into the actual game, then yeah, I'd say it'd be yeah, $20. There's some mods that just add like 200% of the resources and like jobs, professions that your villagers can make or do. Like, but in the normal game, there's 8 types of fruit and vegetables. There's 8 fruits you can grow in trees. There's 8 types of vegetables, and then there's 3 types of livestock. That's it. So you can grow 8 different types of fucking farmland with one of each of the foods that you can get. You can have 8 different orchards and then 3 different pastures, and that's it. That's all the stuff. They have a few buildings here and there for professions, like a blacksmith to make equipment, tools, a tailor to make clothes, like a doctor, a cleric for your church, um, a gatherer hut, like barely fucking anything in the game. Not worth the $20 price tag. It's not. It just isn't. No is it. No way is it worth it. What other games? Matter of fact, let me go on Steam and see what other games I have that I torrented. Torchlight. I torrented Torchlight before I finally bought it this year or last year. But I did that because it was a double pack. Torchlight 2. 1 and 2 were on sale as a bundle. um, Starbound. I torrented Starbound years ago, and then because of how good it was, I finally bought it. Uh, what other things? FTL, even fucking FTL's just kind of nah. Um, Skyrim. I torrented Skyrim because there was just so much hype around it, and it being a Bethesda game, I knew it wasn't going to be as good as it was going to be before the patches. Um, Mass Effect, I've torrented. Torrented Mass Effect 1 and 2 before I bought both. It's just because games, it's just that price tag. Some of them don't seem to be worth the money. They just aren't. Like I dropped like I think it was like $45 for Endless Space so I could play with a bunch of my friends, and we played around 60 hours worth, and I kept telling them like I don't want to drop $45 on this game if I'm not going to get a $45 reimbursement. If I'm not going to get, if I'm not going to play this game and get the money, like, and play my $45 worth, then it's pointless. And then Stellaris came, and then we all started playing Stellaris like a couple months later, and we were only playing a couple times because the game inevitably would crash after a certain point. Like we would all get to a certain turn number, and then the game would just crash and it'd boot one of us out or two of us out, or the game would just stall and we'd just be waiting for the turn to end. So it became a waste. So, yeah, kind of sucks sometimes. So, yeah, extra credits are kind of fucking retarded when it comes to that kind of shit. They really fucking are. I don't know why people fucking think that what they're saying is true or it should happen. This fucking tooth. Fuck this tooth pain. Oh, God. I'll tell you. Never a dull fucking moment in my life. I'll tell you that. Uh, just absolutely sucks. All right. Well, I'm gonna try and put more of this fucking pain relieving gel on my tooth, and I'll try and get some sleep. It's like 3 in the morning, so yeah. I'll try and do another stream sometime when I'm feeling more perky. So, toodles.